Hi, it's Will from stormthecastle.com, and here on YouTube you know me as Epic Fantasy. And this is my latest tutorial. This is how to make, what is it? Dark Repulser from Sword Art Online. Thank you very much. Fun project. I give you the template. You can download it, print it, and you get all the parts. Makes it very easy for you to make. Just a few basic supplies. It's the companion sword to Elucidator that I made, I don't know, a couple of weeks ago. And it's pretty popular. People like it. So I said, why not? Let's do the other sword too. So now, if you're into these, you can have them both. Thanks for watching my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Leave a project suggestion. I read all comments. I very much appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button. Let's do the introduction, and then let's do how to make Dark Repulser from Sword Art Online. Thank you. Dioramas, origami, catapults, and trebuchets, telescopes, terrariums, bonsai trees, and paper games, swords and shields, and real blacksmithing, model rockets, animation. I teach the art of real creation. stormthecastle.com. Let's make something. Okay, print up the template and cut out parts A, B, C, D, and E. The template is on my website. The link to get it is in the description of this video down below. Now see, it says right on it how to put them together. D connects to E, and how they go. So tape those together. And you have the sword. The bulk of the sword, the majority of it. Then put that on your foam board and trace it. Make two of them. Now we're using the large foam board here. You probably don't have that. That's okay, don't worry about it. On my website, in the tutorial, I show you how to use the normal size foam board to make this sword just fine. The 20-inch by 30-inch, 5mm thick. So once you get two of them drawn out, cut them out. And let me show you a tip about cutting foam board. You make 3 passes. The first pass you cut through the top paper. The second pass you cut through the foam. And the third pass you press down and you cut through the bottom layer of paper. That's the easy way to cut foam board. If you have to, flip it over and do a little cutting like that just to finish it off. Now you have 2 pieces. Be careful here. I want to show you something. If you put one on top of the other, and it might be off a little bit like this. If it is, that's okay. You just flip one over and you're good. It'll mate right up evenly. That's the way to do it. So now on one side, one face of each one of those, bevel out the blade. And beveling is cutting at a 45-degree angle like this. You know, so it causes like what looks to come to a sharp edge. Just like that. Starting from there, go all the way down, all the way to the tip of the blade, and then go down the other side. Only do one face that's left and right here on each piece, because they'll go together. When you glue them together, those bevels will meet to form an edge. Very nice. Oh, we used a foam cutting tool there by Foamworks. That makes a nice bevel. Now, glue it. Glue the 2 of them together. 3-in-1 glue is terrific for this. It's got nice tact. It holds for a while. In terms of it stays wet for a while, but it dries quickly. If you use white glue, the only thing about that is it takes a while to dry. If you use hot glue, you're going to have a little bit of trouble because the sword is so long that at one end, the hot glue starts to set before you can get to the other end, so you got to be careful with that. Now rub some white glue along all the edges like this. That seals the foam and helps you to form an edge. Now let's cut out these parts. This is part F. There's only one of them, but you make 2 in foam board. These are the handle. So cut out part F, trace it twice on foam board, and then bevel those also, like this. Bevel that edge and then this edge that's closest to us, and glue that onto the handle of the sword. Flip the sword over and glue the other beveled part, F, onto the sword like this. Coming together quick. It's a pretty easy project. If you've made any of my other swords, you're going to be able to do this one in no time at all. See, and there's a trick. You wiggle the piece around and the glue will spread out evenly. Now the pieces, D pieces, they're all labeled. Cut those out, put them on foam board, excuse me, and trace them. And see that part right there, what is that, D3 I think? D3 and D7, I believe those are the 2 parts. We're going to actually bevel those also. But take all those D parts, put them on foam board, cut them out. Bevel the two parts that says to bevel. There you go. Those are the two parts. One there on the upper left, and the one we're working on right now. So now the template shows you exactly where to put each one. See it? So glue those on, just like this. D1 is the one of bevel. Bevel, piece like this. Let's zip through this real quick. You glue them all on like that. Very nice. I like it. So now, if you have duct tape or masking tape, tape up your handle. That will give it strength, make it nicer to hold, make the paint easier to take. We're using brown duct tape. You don't have to use brown. Masking tape is fine. So now the C pieces. Cut those out like this. Don't cut them out individually yet. Cut out that piece from the template and then stick it to cereal box cardboard. See, because these are little pieces. Now, I wanted to show you something that's not in the template. First, on a cereal box cardboard, cut yourself 2 strips like this. Each one of these strips is about 7/8 of an inch wide. Glue one there on the handle like that. Kind of simple, you don't need it in the template. And then glue one at the butt of the handle like this. It's a nice little detail, don't leave this out. So now all those pieces you cut them out of cereal box cardboard, and then glue them on. The template shows you where. There's just a few of them. One here like that, that's the fuller, looks really nice. These little diamond pieces here like that and like that. And then the final one here like this on the handle. Very good. Final touch up as far as building goes, put a big glob of hot glue right there in the center. That's like the jewel. And you're probably going to have to put a glob of hot glue, shake it around a little bit, let it cool off, and then add more hot glue so you get that bubble shape. If you try to do it all at once, the bubble shape might not form. It'll just be like a flat pool. Let's paint it. If you have Mod Podge, go ahead and Mod Podge it. Now we're using 2 different shades of green here. We're going to start out with a hunter green, but hey, you're going to have to work this any way you want, any way you can, depending on the greens you have. But we used hunter green and some silver and painted the handle. But not that ornament. See it? And it looks really good. So take it with the green, add some silver to it to get a nice shade of green like we have. And then for everything else on the sword, we used this lighter green and we painted it on. Now, part of the challenge with this sword is this light green needs multiple coats. So we put 2 coats of that light green on there. And I'll tell you, see, and it looks pretty good. So then we added some to the same green, that same light green. We added some silver to it, and then put 2 coats of this, and that's the final color we're looking for. And I forgot to say it, but we're also painted the bevels black. See, the edges are black. I didn't say it, but they're there. And then we go ahead and paint the edges silver now once that black dries. If you painted the whole sword black, you probably could have done away with the layers of light green, first 2 layers of light green, and just went with the green and silver. So that's it. Sword is done. Seal it if you have some kind of a sealant. It looks really good. I like it. Thanks for watching. Lots more projects coming. Thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're a subscriber, thanks for subscribing to my channel. If you're not a subscriber, hit that button. I always have lots of fun and interesting and very creative projects. I do 2 new ones every week. As an example, here's a couple more videos you might want to watch.